Welcome back. It's Brooke-Sidney here, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach. And today I want to talk all about manifesting your love back or manifesting your ex back. But before we get into it, I just want to remind you there are 3 ways to work with me. The Manifesting Frequency group and course and coaching program is listed below, as well as one-on-one coaching and email coaching. So check them out. Today, I am back with 7. If you guys haven't been vibing with me or watching my other videos, I'm on this trend of 7. God keeps giving me 7 ways to explain and teach and really deep dive into this material. And I also want to say today's way to manifest your love or your ex back, it is for those of us that want a more spiritual way, a more loving way to manifest the love that we want. And those of you that may have found that robotic affirmations and affirmations alone has not worked, or you have found that you yourself don't feel aligned with some of the other techniques and tools on the internet, then I think this is the place where you can find, I feel like, a more spiritually embodied manifestation practice that includes us co-creating with God. So, the essence of today's way, and I feel like this way that I am bringing forth is all about being love, right? Being love. I think that what's happened in the manifestation community and manifestation world is that we have made manifestation completely mental, when in fact we know that it's not just mental, right? But I think by having the focus be on the subconscious plane, we have forgotten that we have to actually be the thing that we want to manifest. We manifest what we are. So if we want more love, if we want a particular person back to love, if we want that person to be loving towards us, we must be love. We must be love. For those of you in the spiritual community, you know that God is love. Right? God is our greatest example of love. And so the way that the teachings and the technology is coming through for me and on this channel is to help us manifest love with love. Okay. So the first thing that I want to share, and that is really, really powerful and potent, and I've learned this throughout time that I have been kind of on this planet, especially when I wanted to become a better partner, and heal from, right, like past relationships and so forth, but also to call in the love that I want, is that the first thing that you have to do, no matter where you are on the manifesting a person journey, is that you want to be able to send them love. Send them love is number 1. And what does that mean? Well, if you believe in prayer, then you can send prayers of love to them, prayers of them like in totality for who they are in their life. Essentially a non-attached love, a non-clingy love, a non-grasping love. You're sending prayers of good health, goodwill, love for them. You're sending like just wanting the genuine best for them, right? And when we practice this sort of intention, this sort of spiritual practice, this sort of being love, then again, we start to become the love. We start to vibrate at the level of love. We start to be able to use what some people call thought transmission. We're transmitting thoughts of love. I wish you well. I love you. I'm thinking of you. I hope you are well, right? The same way that we do I definitely advocate for my family, my son and all of us to always be sending prayers of love and well-being. Healthy detachment from that person, right? But such a beautiful energy to share. So you can give gratitude for that person, for the lessons that you learned, especially if you've been processing them, which is what you should be doing in the time that you are not together, or the time that you're not in a relationship, is ultimately working on yourself. Wink, wink. So the first one is to send them love. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. The second one, and these next 2, they go together. It's all about holding the vision, right? Holding the vision, using our imagination, and I'll tag that video. It's all about holding the vision. So the second one, we're going to hold the vision or hold the picture of them as loving. Ask yourself, especially those of you that are trying to manifest someone right now. How do you see them in your mind's eye? How does your heart feel towards them? What does your energetic system and your nervous system feel when you start to think about them? And for many of you out there, like my clients, some of you are still holding on to that old picture of them. You're holding on to the picture of them that was wrapped in conflict, chaos, a lack of peace, a lack of love. You are in your mind, right? This is all about holding the picture of them in love and being loving. But most of us are holding contrary thoughts and mental pictures. We're actually still arguing in our mind with that person. I've seen it. I've been talking to my clients about it. And they have even noticed that when they go to that place of that person, when that person becomes in their mind all of the bad things or all of the things they didn't want or all of the conflict and all of the challenges, that is the version that they're going to manifest. That is the version that your subconscious is going to help you to see, right? That is the person that will come before you. That is why so many of us can wonder, like, why is that person appearing differently to someone else? Like, they treated me bad, they weren't good listeners, they weren't romantic, yet they go on to the next person. I've heard it over and over again, and they marry the person instantly, or they are all the things that they weren't for you. And I have to ask you to pause and say, how did you see them? 9 times out of 10, that next person saw them in a different light. They held a different consciousness and mindset around love, so they were able to see them more lovingly. And again, it's their business, but ask yourself, for the things that you most importantly want to see, are you holding them in that light and in that vision and in that picture right now, right? As you want to manifest this in. Are you holding the picture of them that is in the highest light, with the most love, having the characteristics, having the qualities that you want them to present, that you want to see? So we want to put our attention and our focus. And oh, by the way, it should feel good. So if you find yourself holding pictures of them that don't feel good to you and your system, then guess what? You're going to manifest that back in. So now's the time to shift it. And number 3, while we're holding the vision, hold the vision of you being loved by them the way that you want to be loved by them. So, similar to before. Are you holding pictures of your mind of the last fight, the breakup, the social media, the conflict? Or are you in your mind holding pictures of the times you spent together, the trips that you took, the plans that you made, the conversations that you had, the beauty that you have built, the life that you had pictured in the positive, in the love frequency, in the gratitude frequency? Did you do that? Is that what you're currently picturing? Is that the vision? Are those the inner conversations that you're having? Are you having conflict conversations? Or are you hearing conversations of love and gratitude and peace and planning and purpose and prosperity and just outright beauty, so that you start feeling good when you're holding these visions, right? That is the beginning, the middle, and the end, honestly. That is 90% of manifesting the person back in, or the person period that you want, is that you're holding the vision of what you want, of yourself, of them, and of you two together, which is the 4th thing. So go to the visual of you two together in the next reality, in the next timeline jump. Put you all there. Put yourself in that moment. Put yourself in those moments. Write those scripts. See them there. See you there. See you interacting there. See the inner conversations there. Script and affirm from that place, from that loving place, from that being loved place. The 5th thing is the detachment, right? Everything that I've said so far, we're not trying to make someone else do something. We're not going to sit here either and wait for them to do something. We have detached, knowing that we have given the world and the energy of beauty and love. And we also know that it is done. Creation is already done. It is finished. We know how powerful we are. We know that we co-create with God. We know that when it comes into our 4D, that's where magic happens. We know when we use our imagination that it is done. It is finished. Creation is just coming through. We are bringing heaven to earth. And when you're putting forward these beautiful energy of love and gratitude, those frequencies, which are the highest frequencies, and you truly become that, it is done. It is finished. And so continuing to walk out this detachment and this placement of love everywhere that you go and in all your thoughts. We're not focusing again on suspicion, mistrust, conflict. We're in the energy and vibration of love and gratitude. We're then going to continue, number 6, to focus on loving ourselves, right? We've put ourselves, our care, our wholeness back on the pedestal, right? We're also working on the parts of ourselves that feel unloved, right? That have attracted or seen our reflection in the love that we didn't want from that other person, especially if we're manifesting an ex. We are using that relationship as a pivot point to see, how can I love myself better? What parts of me are still asking to feel seen, heard, and loved on, right? Go there. Work on those. Again, bring yourself more love, be that vibration, so that that's all that you can call in. That's all that you can see. And that's all that you can be, right? Focus on yourself, live a whole and healthy life, and don't stop living and don't stop loving. And then the last thing is honestly the summation of this all. And it's really honestly to think and vibrate in the frequency of love, to become the love that you want to be, to become the love that you want to see, and to become the love that you want to have, right? That you want to manifest. You're going to be thinking loving thoughts. We can't think violence and then manifest in love. It just doesn't work that way. We must become the peace and the love that we want to see. From the inside out is how we manifest. Loving ourselves goes back to all the self-concept videos. I'll tag some of those. Like, we have to become the person who has the thing, to be our amazing, loving partner, right? We want to be the reciprocal of everything that we're calling in. Because if we're not going to be able to contain it. We're not going to be able to hold it. We're not going to be able to receive it and keep it. That's why, we can manifest things in, but we wonder why they don't stay, because we're not ultimately the deepest match. Become the match. Become the equivalent. Become the person who has the love that you desire. Become the actual love that you desire. That's deep. Become the actual love that you desire. And we know that when you become loving to yourself. You are the love that you want. You are the love that you give. Become love. You must become the manifestation. You are the manifestation. We manifest what we are, not what we want, who and what we are. So become love so that you can have the greatest love and that you can have more love. And there you go. So let me know in the comments below which one resonated with you the most, which one was shocking, surprising, sound off. I love hearing it. And what more do you want to hear about? Like, what more do you want to learn about? But I promise you, these techniques and this energy and spirit with which you want to manifest love is not only healthy, but it is actually, we're giving more love into the world itself. And there'll be beautiful, more sustaining love relationships because of the manifesting it this way. And it works. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, and turn that bell on so you know when I'm dropping videos. See you in the next one.